Hello everyone, it's time for us to go and take a look at the Google Pixel 9 Pro and compare it against the Google Pixel 8 and see which particular phone is the better one for you. Now, first things first, I think both these phones are great. If you already have the Pixel 8, it may not make the most amount of sense to go up to the Pixel 9 Pro, but there are a lot of advantages for the Pixel 9 Pro as well as the Pixel 8. If you want to pick up either one of these phones though, links will be down in the description. You can get them from there and you can help support the channel at the exact same time. Now, starting off with the outside of both these particular phones, the first thing to keep in mind is that with the Google Pixel 8, this is a phone that came out last year, and on the front of it, it's giving you a 6.2-inch OLED display. And it's a pretty good looking panel. It's a 2000 nits of brightness, it's 120 Hz, and like I said, it's a very good looking screen. I think Google did a pretty good job with this type of display, and I think no matter really what you're going to do, you're still going to have a pretty decent time with that type of device in my personal opinion. So overall, still looks pretty good. With the Google Pixel 9 Pro, on the other hand, this is a phone that's giving you a little bit of a bigger size display. So on this one, it's 6.3 inches. So it's an LTPO OLED display this time around, which is slightly different. LTPO is a better technology. So you are going to be getting a little bit of a better display when it comes down to the Pixel 9 Pro than the Google Pixel 8. So kind of keep that in mind. Again, just a small thing. But another big thing is that the Pixel 9 Pro actually gives you 3000 nits of brightness. So this in and of itself is another very, very big thing here, because on a phone like the Pixel 9 Pro, this is going to be giving you basically 1000 extra nits than the Pixel 8. So I thought the Pixel 8 display was very bright. The Pixel 9 Pro's display is presumably even brighter than that. So it is pretty insane. And once again, if you're going to be getting these types of phones, it's one of those cool things to kind of keep in mind here. So this in and of itself is a really big advantage for the Pixel 9 Pro. They're both giving you USB Type-C ports, pretty much like flat sides almost on the sides. On the back of both these phones, the Pixel 9 Pro is giving you this frosted glass back that feels very, very premium. The Pixel 8 is giving you somewhat of a standard glass back. So you're not going to notice it it's not the biggest difference in the world if you're kind of comparing them if you're not comparing them side by side. But if you're feeling them in hand, the Pixel 8 is definitely not going to feel as premium as something like the Pixel 9 Pro. So once again, kind of keep that in mind in this particular situation as well. So the triple camera setup on the Pixel 9 Pro, Pixel 8 dual camera setup, wireless charging on both, reverse wireless charging on both as well. And I'll definitely tell you, if you're looking at both these phones, they're both going to be giving you a fairly good experience. There's, very premiumness, a lot of premium feeling phones out there in the market, and these two still feel very, very good. But if you're wanting the more premium one out of both of these, clearly the Google Pixel 9 Pro is the one that might be better for you, but it should make sense. It's a more expensive phone, it's the main flagship right now. But also when it comes down to the price tag, this is something you're going to have to keep in mind. So on the Google Pixel 9 Pro, this is a $1,000 phone. So if you wanted to go ahead and buy a phone, this is a $1,000 device. It's going to be fairly expensive, and that's kind of a big thing to keep in mind here. With the Google Pixel 8, on the other hand, this phone used to cost, $899 or something last year. It's now basically less than a $400 phone right now. So this is something that is very important for you to kind of understand. With the Pixel 9 Pro, this is a brand new device, so it only makes sense that's going to be the most expensive. The Pixel 8 for being less than $400, that's a pretty big thing to kind of keep in mind there, because I feel like with the Google Pixel 8, this is a very good device, and you're getting it for less than half the cost of the Pixel 9 Pro, but the Pixel 8 is not half of a phone of the Pixel 9 Pro, if that makes sense. So personally for me, I'm a big fan of that, and I do think that is a really big advantage for something like the Pixel 8 over the Pixel 9 Pro. So kind of keep that in mind here in this particular situation as well. Now, when it comes down to the camera side of things, the Google Pixel 8 is giving you a dual camera setup, so 50 megapixel wide and then a 12 megapixel ultra-wide camera, where the Pixel 9 Pro is giving you a 50 megapixel wide, 48 megapixel periscope telephoto lens, and then a 48 megapixel ultra-wide camera. So when it comes down to both these particular lenses, I will tell you the addition of having that periscope telephoto lens on the Pixel 9 Pro is a humongous asset, and I for one, I'm a massive, massive fan of having that type of capability. So that right there definitely gets a thumbs up for me. I love having that on the Pixel 9 Pro. 4K 60 on the front and the back of both these phones. However, a big thing to keep in mind here is that the Pixel 9 Pro is giving you 8K capability on the back. So this in and of itself is a very nice thing to have here. I personally like having a phone like the Pixel 9 Pro that's basically going to be giving you that triple camera setup, right? And having 8K capability. These are very, very important things to have here. And I genuinely do feel like if I'm going to go through and pick up a phone, I like having that type of layout and I love having that type of setup. So this in and of itself is a very, very cool thing going on here for the most part. So me personally, like I said, if I'm going through and if I'm picking up a device, I'm going to look at both these as very solid options for the most part, but the Pixel 9 Pro is going to be giving you an extra camera setup, as well as that 8K capability. Very cool stuff there, and you're getting more features inside of the Pixel 9 Pro as well. So definitely some really, really nice stuff going on for that particular phone. So when it comes out of that stuff, that kind of covers it up from the camera side. Now from the software longevity side, this is also another very interesting thing here, because if you remember last year, the Google Pixel 8 was basically said to, be the longest lasting Pixel phone of all time. And that was 100% the truth. Google did a really good job of basically going through and essentially supporting that phone. And they're basically giving it, 7 years of software updates and security updates. That's a pretty big thing, and that's a pretty big commitment going for the Pixel 8. The Pixel 9 Pro is basically just stemming off of that. And they're also going to be giving you the same type of capability inside of that phone. So with the phone like the Pixel 9 Pro, that phone is going to be lasting at least 1 year longer than the Pixel 8. So if you're going to go through and pick up something like the Google Pixel 8, the Pixel 8 is going to last a very long time, but the 9 Pro is definitely going to last for a longer period of time here than the Pixel 8. So kind of keep that in mind when you're picking up this device as well. On top of that, when it comes down to the battery sizes, the Pixel 8 is giving you a 4,575 mAh battery inside of it. The Pixel 9 Pro is giving you a 4,700 mAh battery inside of it. So you are actually getting a slightly bigger size battery inside of the Pixel 9 Pro, which again is a really nice advantage to basically have inside of that type of device. So I do think that in and of itself is another really cool thing going on for that type of phone when it comes down to it as well. Now, when it comes down to the performance side, this is something that's very interesting here. The Google Pixel 8 is basically giving you that Google Tensor G3 chipset inside of it with 8 gigabytes of RAM, where the Pixel 9 Pro is giving you that Google Tensor G4 chipset inside of it with 16 gigabytes of RAM. So you are basically going through and you're basically getting twice the amount of RAM inside of the Pixel 9 Pro than the Google Pixel 8. This is by far such a crazy difference here. And if you're going to go through and pick up something like the Google Pixel, 9 Pro, you're going to be getting a very, very big size, performance increase and a big RAM increase in here as well. So this is a pretty big difference here. And if you're looking at these two devices, that is a very, very big thing to keep in mind here when it comes down to it. So personally for me, I think this in and of itself is one of those very big things to keep in mind. I think regardless though, you're still getting very good experience on both, but definitely when it comes down to it, the Google Pixel 9 Pro is a substantially better, more fluid phone and a better performing device than the Google Pixel, 8 in this particular situation. But the Pixel 8 is still a very good performing device when it comes down to it as well. So overall, what I'll definitely tell you, I think both these phones are very good. I think the Pixel 9 Pro clearly is a better phone here in basically every single way you can imagine. But I think the Pixel 8 is still a good phone, right? The 9 Pro is better, but the Pixel 8 for the value per dollar and the cost of it, I think it's a very good option. And I would probably recommend every single person, if you want a better, like a cheaper phone and a cheaper alternative, going for the Pixel 8 might make a lot more sense. But I think the Pixel 9 Pro, if you have the money, definitely go buy that phone, or you can wait a couple months and buy that phone in the used market when it eventually goes down in price. So overall, that kind of covers it up there. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.